In this presentation, we will compare two different data structures, linked list and arrays. Actually, we will compare their time complexities in terms of traversing the list. So let's get started. Here you can see I'm considering the linked list data structure and the array data structure. Both of them contains the same data, right? We need to compare their time complexities. Obviously, we need to see the code. From the code, we can find out the time complexity and then we will compare the time complexity. We need to compare the time complexity in terms of traversing the list. That means we will see how much time a linked list will take to traverse the list and how much time an array will take to traverse the list. So without any delay, let's get started. Here you can see in case of linked list, these are the two codes I have taken. The one is counting the elements and the other one is printing the data. Both of them are applications of traversing the list. Here you can see this while loop and this while loop. They are the most important part of the code because these two are doing the work of traversing the list. Let us assume that visiting each node of the list takes 1 unit of time. We are traversing the list and we are assuming here that each node takes 1 unit of time. If there are 3 nodes, then total time will be 3 units because we have to traverse the whole list, right? From the beginning till the end. That is why if there are 3 nodes, then the total time will be 3 units. This means that this loop and this loop will run 3 times. And if there are 5 nodes, then the total time will be 5 units. That means these 2 loops will run 5 times. And if there are n nodes, then the total time will be n units. That means these 2 loops will run n times. So it is clear from this fact that these 2 loops will take n units of time. In both these cases, we are traversing the list, and traversing takes n units of time in case of linked list. So it is clear from this fact that time complexity will be big O of n in both these cases. Why I am not considering these statements? Because they will take constant amount of time no matter what, right? They are executing just one time. All these statements will take constant amount of time. That is why I am considering only these while loops. And they will take n time. So total time complexity will be big O of n in both these programs. Now let's see what will happen in case of array. Let's consider the first part, that is counting the elements. And here is the code which we can follow in order to count the number of elements in an array. Let us assume that array contains this data, that is 45, 98 and 3. We have an integer variable n and we just need this line of code to calculate the size of this array or to count the number of elements of this array. So the time complexity is definitely big O of 1 because this statement takes just 1 unit of time. We just need to find out the size of ARR divided by size of integer. This will give us the size of this array, that is the number of elements in this array. And we can simply print the value of n on the screen. This will take constant amount of time. There is no loop involved here. But what happens in case of printing the data? Obviously in that case we need to traverse the list. We should calculate the size of this array and then we can run this for loop from 0 to n minus 1. So the total time complexity in this case will be big O of n. So to summarize, in case of linked list, counting the elements takes big O of n time, and in case of array, counting the elements takes big O of 1 time. So array has an advantage here. In case of printing the data, big O of n time will be taken by linked list and array also takes big O of n time. So here in this case, both of them are having the same time complexity. But in case of counting the elements, we have different time complexities. Array has an advantage over linked list. This is what we should consider here. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this presentation.